Aquaman 62. Jordan Clark writing with Marco Santucci on art. Did anyone else forget there was a 2-issue fill-in on Aquaman? Because I did.
No, because I spoke about it in the solicits when
I thought it
was
already
the reason
happened.
why Kelly Sue was delayed.
Yeah, I thought it already happened for some reason. I don't know why. But yes, two-issue fill-in. So this is the first of the two. It's an Aqualad focused story. It kind of fills in some gaps, sort of what he was doing to help save the baby and what he's doing now during the actual wedding, kind of thing. I mean, I like that they made a point of like sort of cornering something off and saying, okay, we'll have the 2-issue fill-in be on this other character, set it in between, kind of a tie-in to what the main story is. It was okay, basically.
Yeah, I like Jackson a lot, and the dynamic with him and Black Manta, but it just seems this really felt like a fill-in.
Yeah,
you know,
I liked the back half where he's in Zebel a lot more than the first half.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know, like the little bit like family history, him hitting it off with this guard. So that stuff was all right.
Yeah, well, I like the AI grandpa trying to explain to him about why his dad's the way that he is, and Jackson's like, well, you kind of messed up there. And he's like, we don't know what it was like. He goes, no, I kind of know what it's like to be treated like I'm less than, So I did like that sentiment there, but the problem is it feels like a fill-in.
Yeah,
and it kind of detracts from the momentum that we had going from the last one. And Zebel feels differently than what I remember. Like,
sure, yeah.
I mean, I know there's supposed to be a Spartan-esque version of Atlantis, right? They're much more warlike, and so to see their world
to the Athens.
Yeah, right.
It's one of these circumstantial things where, Kelly Sue needed extra time to finish her last couple issues, and obviously DC don't want to just have it be gone for 2 months, so we have some fill-ins instead, and it's okay. It's maybe a little bit wordy in places for me. Like the stuff, I kind of like him talking to the AI version of his grandfather. I know it kind of at one point it kind of brings in sort of his experience as a young black man at one point. And I think I saw an article in Drama saying that the second part was going to delve into that theme a little bit more, which I think is an interesting tactic to take and definitely something to delve into. Something that you definitely can't do with Aquaman, being the big blonde white dude that he is. So I think that's interesting. It is funny because I get what Connor's saying about the hitting off with the guard, but it felt like a sort of rushed little quick romance for the sake of this plot, bizarrely. I don't know. It felt a little...
Yeah.
I'm glad because it didn't go too far with them. It was just it's there was just a mutual curiosity at first, right? As they're from these different worlds, and then the I like that page where it's just 20 minutes later, 45 minutes later, an hour later, just them talking about different things and just kind of getting to know each other. Just conversation. I like that stuff.
I think, the art's not terrible, but I think if the art was really good, I might really enjoy him with the big fish stuff, but as it is, it just feels like the filler stuff to me.
Yeah.
If the art was really good and I was like wowed with the visuals of it, I'd just have fun with it probably. But because it's just kind of, ho-hum, it feels like just, here's a generic actiony thing to get into the city.
A trend with this entire run is, and this is all the artists, whenever they've done the Jackson stuff, it's looked a bit off. Like none of them quite know how to draw him, it seems.
Yeah.
That's there's a lot of different variations of Jackson, more than anyone else, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. No, it's painfully okay. I got really disappointed because I forgot it was a fill-in, so I got to the credits page at the start and went, oh, it's not Kelly Sue. We're doing other things. Oh, that's a shame. But the book ends. The trench are invading Zebel. So that's a big cliffhanger.
Which is good and bad. Okay, one, I really like the trench. They're fun when they show up, but I like the mystery and the horror of them. And I think just doing them in a 2-part fill-in takes away a lot. It's going to take away some of the mystique, and it's overusing them a bit.
But see, I like here that they, judging from the last issue when they appeared at the wedding, and they seem to be like playing at being, I guess, civilized. You know, because the only time I remember them, they, you know, was in John's Aquaman.
Yeah.
Right, and they were just like these savage creatures. But the fact like they have this hierarchy and they're trying to play at being like the Atlanteans, and then to see them here doing the complete opposite, you know, I think it's a fun dichotomy between the two of them. But yeah, so we'll see where it goes, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say on it. It was kind of, you know, I had this. I read the guidebook and Justice League first, thinking that the guidebook, because I didn't know what that was going to be like. I thought this might be, and it's longer. This might be a slog, and it actually, surprisingly, it wasn't, which is nice. And Justice League ended up being quite enjoyable. So I was going, oh, that's quite good. I specifically left Aquaman and Batman to last because they felt like the more surefire things. So when I got to Aquaman, it wasn't Kelly. So I was like, oh, maybe I should have gotten this out of the way first. So yeah, that's what it is. Matt, what do you give it, Aquaman 62?
I'm gonna give this a 7.
Okay, Connor.
Finally, we diverge. It's a 6 for me.
Yeah, I'm probably more in the 6 territory with this one, I think. So
all right,
there you
now
go.
I feel better.
Back to usual, Matt, overrating things.
I know.
Yep.